There was a time when NCIS felt less like a crime procedural and more like a family you visited every week. The hum of fluorescent lights in autopsy rooms, the quiet intensity of interrogations, the unspoken bonds between Agent Siddall became part of something familiar. But as the years stretched on, faces changed, voices faded, and time, as it always does, moved forward. Some found peace, others faced heartbreak, and a few left us too soon. So now, after decades of cases and countless stories, one question lingers quietly beneath it all. What happened to them? Donald "Ducky" Mallard, played by David McCallum, entered the series in 2003 at the remarkable age of 70, bringing with him a gentle, old-world wisdom that made the NCIS morgue feel almost sacred. Ducky wasn't just a medical examiner, was a storyteller, often pausing mid-autopsy to share poetic reflections that revealed his deeply compassionate soul. Kata's signature trait, speaking to the deceased as if they were still listening, became one of the show's most hauntingly beautiful details. Off-screen, McCallum enjoyed a long, fulfilled life, married for decades and respected across generations of television. Yet his later years were marked by the quiet loss of contemporaries and the physical toll of aging. In a touching twist, he gradually stepped back from the spotlight, mirroring Ducky's own transition. He passed away peacefully in 2023 at age 90 of natural causes, leaving behind not just a character, but a sense of dignity rarely matched on television. Timothy McGee, played by Sean Murray, was just 25 when he first appeared in 2003, initially portraying a timid, slightly awkward tech agent who seemed overshadowed by stronger personalities. But McGee's quiet intelligence and loyalty slowly reshaped him into the emotional backbone of the team. His iconic trot, the keyboard-tapping cyber genius with a surprisingly sensitive heart, made him deeply relatable. Behind the scenes, Murray grew up alongside the show, balancing fame with a grounded family life, including a long-lasting marriage and children. A lesser-known struggle came through health challenges, including a dramatic weight loss that sparked concern among fans, though he later reassured everyone it was intentional. The twist lies in how the once junior agent became a senior figure, guiding others as Gibbs once guided him. Now, 48, Murray continues acting, carrying forward the legacy while embodying growth both on and off screen. Leroy Jethro Gibbs, played by Mark Harmon, was already 52 in 2003, bringing a quiet gravitas that defined the soul of NCIS. Gibbs was a man of few words, ruled by instinct, discipline, and an unspoken pain rooted in personal tragedy. His most iconic detail, his strict set of rules, and the subtle head slap became legendary among fans. Off-camera, Harmon led a notably private life, maintaining a stable marriage and avoiding the chaos often associated with Hollywood fame. However, the emotional weight of leading such a long-running series reportedly took its toll over time. In a surprising turn, Harmon chose to step back from the show at the height of its success, prioritizing personal peace over continued spotlight. Now 74, he remains alive and respected, his legacy firmly tied to one of television's most enduring characters. Jimmy Palmer, played by Brian Dietzen, joined in 2004 at age 26 as a nervous, eager assistant who often seemed out of his depth in Ducky's shadow. Jimmy's personality, kind-hearted, slightly clumsy, yet deeply sincere, made him a quiet fan favorite. His most memorable trait was his unwavering optimism, even in the face of death and chaos. Over the years, both the character and actor evolved, with Dietzen becoming a core cast member and even contributing as a writer. Off-screen, he built a stable family life, finding happiness away from the industry's turbulence. Yet, the storyline of losing his on-screen wife mirrored real emotional depths that resonated with audiences. The twist lies in his transformation from comic relief to emotional anchor. Now 48 Dietzen continues his journey with the series, embodying resilience and growth. Leon Vance, played by Rocky Carroll, stepped into the series in 2008 at age 45. Initially as a stern, enigmatic director who many fans distrusted, Vance's personality, controlled, strategic, and quietly brooding, gradually revealed layers of loyalty and sacrifice. His defining trait was his unwavering composure, even under immense pressure. In real life, Carroll balanced acting with directing, quietly shaping episodes behind the camera as well. He found stability in his personal life, maintaining a long marriage and steady career. Yet, the emotional storyline of Vance, losing his wife, echoed a deeper vulnerability that blurred fiction and feeling. The surprising shift came when the once outsider became a cornerstone of the agency's leadership. Now 62, Carroll remains active, his presence a steady force in an ever-changing cast. Abby Sciuto, played by Polly Perrette, arrived in 2003 at age 34, like a burst of electricity in a world of suits and silence. Abby's personality, brilliant, eccentric, and fiercely loyal, made her the emotional heartbeat of the lab, while her gothic fashion, calf POW obsession, and relentless optimism became instantly iconic. Beneath that playful exterior was a deeply compassionate soul who believed in justice above all else. Off-screen, Perrette experienced both success and personal hardship, including surviving a frightening assault in 2015 that reshaped her perspective. Yet the most unexpected twist came much later, when serious behind-the-scenes conflict reportedly involving co-star Mark Harmon after an on-set incident led to her departure. In a striking contrast to Abby's loyalty, Perrette chose never to return. Now 57, she lives a quieter life, having stepped away from acting, focusing instead on advocacy and personal peace. Anthony DiNazzo, played by Michael Weatherly, was 35 in 2003. When he brought charm and mischief to the team as the class clown with hidden depth, DiNazzo's personality thrived on humor, movie references, and flirtation. But underneath was a loyal agent shaped by a difficult childhood. His most memorable, deflecting pain with jokes, made his emotional moments hit even harder. After leaving NCIS, Weatherly headlined his own series, finding continued success while building a family life he once lacked. Yet his career wasn't without controversy, as allegations of inappropriate behavior surfaced during his time on later projects. The twist lies in how the carefree Joker matured into a devoted father, both on screen and off. Now 57, he remains active in entertainment, his legacy tied to one of the show's most beloved transformations. Ziva David, played by Cote Pablo, joined in 2005 at age 26. Bringing a fierce intensity that immediately shifted the team's dynamic. Ziva's personality, disciplined, guarded, yet quietly vulnerable, made her both formidable and deeply human. Her iconic detail, her struggle with idioms and cultural nuances, added subtle warmth to her otherwise hardened exterior. Off-screen, Pablo experienced both critical acclaim and periods of stepping away from Hollywood, choosing selective roles over constant exposure. A surprising twist came when she left at the height of her popularity, later returning years after her character was presumed dead, creating one of the show's most emotional arcs. While she has remained private about her personal life, she has spoken about prioritizing authenticity over fame. Now 46, she continues acting, carrying a legacy defined by strength and mystery. Nick Torres, played by Wilmer Valderrama, entered in 2016 at age 36. As an undercover specialist with a rebellious edge and a guarded past, Torres' personality confident and impulsive, yet emotionally scarred, made him a modern contrast to earlier agents. His defining trait, his ability to slip into identities, reflected a deeper struggle with knowing who he truly was. Off-screen, Valderrama built a steady career across television and voice acting, while also embracing family life, becoming a father and finding personal fulfillment. Yet his journey included navigating fame from a young age and redefining himself beyond earlier roles. The twist lies in how his character's search for identity mirrors his own evolution in Hollywood. Now 46, he remains active on NCIS, bringing a layered intensity that resonates with newer audiences. Ellie Bishop, played by Emily Wickersham, debuted in 2013 at age 29. Initially as a quirky NSA analyst whose intelligence was masked by an almost disarming awkwardness, Bishop's personality, curious, analytical, and quietly daring, evolved into that of a capable field agent. Her memorable trait, sitting on the floor while working through puzzles, symbolized her unconventional thinking. Off-screen, Wickersham experienced both professional success and personal transitions, including marriage and later divorce, followed by the joy of starting a family. In a striking twist, her character's departure into covert operations left her fate ambiguous, reflecting a bold narrative choice. Now 42, she has stepped back from the spotlight to focus on her personal life, leaving behind a character defined by subtle strength and transformation. Cassie Hines, played by Diana Rizanover, stepped into the lab in 2018 at just 26. Inheriting the space once defined by Abby's larger-than-life presence, Cassie's personality, bright, curious, and quietly confident, offered a more grounded energy. Yet her enthusiasm for science and justice gave her a charm all her own. Her defining trait, an infectious excitement over forensic breakthroughs turned even grim discoveries into moments of wonder. Off-screen, Reasonover built a multifaceted career as an actress, writer, and comedian, finding fulfillment in creative expression and representation. A subtle twist lies in how she embraced the pressure of replacing a fan-favorite role and made it distinctly hers. Now 34, she continues to thrive, bringing warmth and intelligence to a new era of the team. Jessica Knight, played by Katrina Law, joined in 2021 at age 36, arriving with sharp instincts and a deeply empathetic core shaped by trauma. Knight's personality balances emotional sensitivity with fierce determination, making her both approachable and formidable in the field. Her most memorable trait is her ability to read people quickly, often sensing what others miss. Beyond the show, Law built a steady career across action and drama while maintaining a fulfilling personal life, including marriage and motherhood. Yet her journey wasn't without challenges, as she navigated the competitive demands of the industry while redefining her place in it. The twist comes from how her character's vulnerability became her greatest strength. Now 40, she remains active, embodying resilience both on-screen and off. Alden Parker, played by Gary Cole, entered the series in 2021 at age 65, stepping into the nearly impossible role of following Gibbs. Parker's personality is dryly humorous, unconventional, and quietly observant to afford a refreshing shift in leadership style. His iconic detail, a preference for empathy over intimidation, set him apart immediately. Off-screen, Cole enjoyed a long, respected career, finding stability in both his craft and personal life, including fatherhood. However, his life also included personal transitions, such as divorce, that brought periods of quiet reflection. The twist lies in how a character introduced so late managed to feel essential so quickly. Now 69, Cole continues acting, proving that reinvention can come at any stage of life. Jack Sloan, played by Maria Bello, joined in 2017 at age 50 as a forensic psychologist whose calm presence masked deep emotional scars. Sloan's personality, compassionate, perceptive, and quietly haunted, allowed her to connect with victims and suspects alike on a profoundly human level. Her defining trait, an ability to see beyond the surface, made her indispensable in the team's most psychological cases. In real life, Bello balanced acting with activism and writing, embracing a life rooted in authenticity and meaningful relationships, including openly discussing her personal journey. A surprising twist came when she chose to leave the show voluntarily, seeking new paths beyond long-term television. Now 59, she continues to create and advocate, living a life guided by purpose. Jenny Shepard, played by Lauren Holly, appeared in 2005 at age 42 as NCIS director. Bringing authority, elegance, and a complicated past with Gibbs, Shepard's personality, intelligent, driven, yet emotionally conflicted, added layers of tension to every scene she entered. Her most iconic detail was the quiet vulnerability hidden beneath her commanding exterior. Off-screen, Holly experienced both career highs and personal upheavals, including multiple marriages and the challenges of maintaining stability in a demanding industry. The emotional twist came with her character's tragic end, mirroring the fragility behind her strength. Now 62, Holly continues to act, her journey marked by resilience and reinvention. T.C. Fornell, played by Joe Spano, was 57 in 2003 when he first appeared as a sharp, often exasperated FBI agent whose relationship with Gibbs blurred the line between rivalry and brotherhood. Fornell's personality, dryly sarcastic, stubborn, yet deeply loyal, made him a grounding presence in a world of shifting alliances. His most memorable trait was that wary expression that suggested he'd seen too much, yet kept going anyway. Off-screen, Spano built a steady, respected career, finding fulfillment in both stage and screen while maintaining a long marriage. Yet his character endured profound tragedy, including the loss of his daughter. It's a storyline that added heartbreaking depth. The twist lies in how a recurring role became emotionally central. Now 79, Spano continues to act, carrying quiet dignity into every performance. Caitlin Todd, played by Sasha Alexander, joined in 2003 at age 30 as a former Secret Service agent whose intelligence and discipline made her an instant standout. Kate's personality, focused, principled, yet capable of warmth, balanced to early team dynamic. Her defining trait was her sharp instincts, often paired with a subtle sense of humor that hinted at a softer side. Off-screen, Alexander found continued success in television while building a stable personal life, including a lasting marriage and family. However, the demanding schedule of NCIS led her to step away, a decision that shocked fans. The emotional twist came with her character's sudden death, one of the show's most unforgettable moments. Now 52, she remains active, her legacy forever tied to that devastating turning point. Clayton Reeves, played by Dwayne Henry, arrived in 2016 at age 31 as a charming MI6 officer whose optimism brought a refreshing lightness to the team. Reeves' personality, polite, courageous, and quietly heroic, made him easy to root for. His most memorable trait was his unwavering sense of duty, even in the face of danger. Off-screen, Henry's journey was one of determination, rising from humble beginnings in the UK to international recognition. He spoke openly about financial struggles early in his career, making his success all the more meaningful. The tragic twist came when his character sacrificed his life to save another, a moment that stunned viewers. Now 41, Henry continues acting, his story reflecting resilience both on and off screen. Alex Quinn, played by Jennifer Esposito, entered in 2016 at age 43 as a seasoned agent and instructor, bringing a calm, introspective presence to the team. Quinn's personality, apathetic, observant, and quietly resilient, made her a natural mentor, often guiding others while confronting her own past. Her defining trait was her emotional intelligence, allowing her to connect where others could not. Off-screen, Esposito's life included a well-documented battle with celiac disease, which she faced with remarkable determination, even turning it into advocacy in business ventures. However, in a lesser-known twist, her departure from NCIS after just one season was not primarily due to health, rather creative changes following the passing of showrunner Gary Glatzberg. That ship quietly redirected her path. Now at 53, she continues to pursue acting and entrepreneurship, living a life shaped by resilience and clarity. Mike Franks, played by Muse Watson, appeared in 2006 at age 58 as Gibbs' former mentor, a rugged old-school agent whose presence carried the weight of a different era. Frank's personality, gruff, fearless, and deeply principled, embodied a raw, uncompromising view of justice. His iconic detail, the ever-present cigarette, and unfiltered honesty made him unforgettable. Off-screen, Watson enjoyed a long career across film and television, building a reputation as a reliable character actor while maintaining a quieter personal life. The emotional twist came when his character was killed, yet continued to appear as a kind of guiding presence, blurring the line between memory and reality. Now 77, Watson remains alive, his legacy tied to one of the show's most symbolic figures. As the years pass, NCIS becomes more than just a television show. It becomes a timeline of lives, both fictional and real. Behind every case solved was an actor carrying their own story of triumph, loss, growth, and change. Some found peace, others faced hardship, and a few left behind echoes that still linger in every rerun. Yet together, they created something lasting, a world that continues to feel alive. And perhaps that's the true legacy of NCIS, not just the stories it told, but the lives it quietly touched along the way.